Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unravel the secrets hidden within corporate filings and figure out what they actually mean for your money and the companies you care about. Today we're diving into a routine report from Diameter Credit Company, but even routine reports can have surprising little tidbits. Stick around to see if this is a sign of calm waters or potential hidden currents. And before we get going, if you love getting straight answers from tough documents, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Also, we have a fantastic community discussing these filings over on Discord. You can find the link in the description below. Alright, so we are looking at a Form 8K filing. Think of this as a company's way of telling the US Securities and Exchange Commission and the rest of us about something important that happened, something outside of their regular reporting like their quarterly or annual updates. These filings are usually for big, unexpected news. The key date here is the 16th of October, 2025. That is when the main event in this report took place. The company in question is Diameter Credit Company. They filed this report to let everyone know about a significant change. They are incorporated in Delaware, which is pretty common for a lot of companies. And this is their commission file number, like a social security number for the company at the SEC. This is their employer identification number, also known as an EIN, which is like a tax ID for businesses. We can see their principal executive offices are located in New York City. This is just standard company information, and this is their main phone number. Again, just typical information you find at the beginning of these forms. Now, these checkboxes are for companies that might be using this single report to cover other communication rules. But for Diameter Credit Company, none of these boxes are checked, which means this 8K is solely for reporting the specific event we're about to discuss. It is not mixed with other types of announcements. This is an interesting point. It says, none regarding securities registered with an exchange. This tells us that Diameter Credit Company is likely a privately held company, or at least its securities aren't listed on a major stock exchange, like the New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ. This means everyday investors probably can't buy or sell shares of this company directly. And here, Diameter Credit Company has checked the box indicating they are an emerging growth company. This is important because it means they can take advantage of certain flexible regulations related to financial reporting, like having more time to adopt new accounting standards. This confirms our earlier observation. They are electing to be treated as an emerging growth company. Here, they have left the box unchecked. This implies they are using the extended transition period for new or revised accounting standards. Basically, they are opting to wait longer to implement some of the newer, updated accounting rules that other companies might have to follow sooner. This is another perk of being an emerging growth company, allowing them more time and possibly reducing immediate regulatory burdens. This item number 5.02 signals that the main news in this report is about changes in the company's leadership or executive compensation. It is a pretty common section for 8Ks to cover these kinds of personnel shifts. And here is the main story. On the 16th of October, Vishal Sheth, the Chief Financial Officer or CFO of Diameter Credit Company, told the Board of Trustees that he plans to retire and leave his role as CFO. The CFO is basically the person in charge of the company's money, its finances, how much it earns, spends, and owes. It is important to note that his last day hasn't been set yet. The company and Mr. Sheth are working to make sure everything transitions nicely. Companies usually try to do this to avoid any disruption in their financial operations. A sudden departure of a CFO can sometimes raise concerns about the company's financial health or stability. So, this planned transition is a good sign. This is a crucial sentence. It explicitly states that Mr. Sheth's retirement is not due to any arguments or disagreements with the company, its investment manager, or anyone connected to them about how the company is run, its rules, or its business. This is standard phrasing in these types of filings to reassure investors and the public that this isn't a sign of internal turmoil or misconduct. It suggests his departure is voluntary, likely due to his personal decision to retire. This section is just the formal sign-off. It legally confirms that the company is submitting this report. This is the legal declaration that the report is official. This is the name of the company again, confirming who is filing the report. This is the date the report was actually signed and submitted to the SEC. It is a few days after the event that triggered the filing. This indicates the person signing on behalf of the company. Michael Cohn is the one putting his name on this official document. Here is the name of the authorized signatory, and this tells us Michael Cohn's role in the company. He is the general counsel, which means he is the top lawyer for the company, and also the chief compliance officer, responsible for making sure the company follows all the rules and regulations. It makes sense for someone in legal and compliance to be the one to sign off on official SEC filings. So, let's break this down. The big news from Diameter Credit Company in this 8K filing is that their Chief Financial Officer, Vishal Sheth, has announced his intention to retire. While the exact date is still up in the air, the company is working on a smooth handover. Importantly, they've clarified that this isn't due to any disagreements, which is good news for stability. The fact that they've checked the emerging growth company box and are using the extended transition period for accounting standards suggests they're a younger or growing company looking to manage their reporting requirements carefully as they develop, since they aren't publicly traded and have no securities registered on an exchange. This filing is really about internal governance changes rather than direct investor impact through stock prices. Now, looking at this from a strategic point of view, a CFO's departure, even a planned one, always warrants attention. The critical thing is how the company manages the transition. If they can find a strong replacement and maintain financial discipline, this could be a minor blip. The lack of any stated disagreements is a positive sign, suggesting that Mr. Sheth's departure is a personal choice, perhaps to enjoy his retirement after a long career. The company's decision to use the extended transition period for accounting standards also signals a cautious approach, allowing them more time to adapt to new financial reporting requirements. This could be a sign of prudent management, or it could mean they are dealing with complex financial structures that require more time to align with new standards. Without a look at their actual financial statements, it is hard to say definitively, but this 8K is primarily about leadership transitions, not immediate financial performance. The main takeaway here is that Diameter Credit Company is undergoing a change at its financial helm. The company appears to be handling it professionally by ensuring a smooth transition and proactively addressing potential concerns about disagreements. Their status as an emerging growth company and their approach to accounting standards suggest a business that is mindful of its regulatory environment as it continues to operate. Alright. That is our quick decode of this Diameter Credit Company filing. What is your take on this CFO transition and what it might mean for the company's future? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more insight squeeze from corporate reports. Don't forget to join our Discord community. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.